the question that was given in algebra, you are told that simplify p cubed raised to power 5. Was testing on indices, and anytime you are having a power outside, and then this is going to be p 3 raised times raised to power 5, and this is going to be p raised to power 50. That is what you are supposed to do in order to work out that. The second part of the question in that exam, you are supposed to expand. Of course, I'm training in this channel that you need to know how to expand. So we have 2n, and then this is 4n plus 3 plus n into n minus 4. And then you are supposed to expand this in order to earn 2 marks. Remember, whenever you are expanding this, you are going to multiply this term, you should multiply this term, and also you multiply this to this term, and then you put the like terms together. So this is going to be 8n squared. This time this is going to be 6n. Then multiplying here, we get n squared. Multiplying here, n times negative 4, we're going to get negative 4n. Those terms with the same powers and with the same variables are considered like terms. So this is going to be 8n squared plus what? Plus n squared plus 6n minus 4n. So this is going to be 9n squared plus 2n, and you are supposed to leave your answer like that. And the part C that followed here was to solve a linear equation, and that linear equation was 2x plus 5. This was divided by 3, and this is 4 minus x. How can you be able to solve such kind of equation? Of course, if we are having 2x plus 5 divided by 3 is equivalent to 4 minus x, then we are going to group this together, and then we multiply by 3 both sides so that we get rid of this fraction here. So we shall have 2x plus 5 is going to be equals to 12 minus 3x. Then we shall take this on the other side and bring 3 on this other side. So this will be what? 2x plus 3x is equals to 12 minus 5, and this will be x is equals to rather it's going to be actually 7, so that we can leave our answer like that. And you are supposed to show your workings in that. Right. Another algebra question that featured is in question number 8. We have a question that says factorize 8a Roman 1. We are supposed to perform factorization. And this is what you are to factorize: x squared plus 5x minus 24. You are supposed to factorize this. And of course, once you have factorized this, the next question will be asking you to solve the quadratic equation. Then meaning that we need two numbers whose sum is equals to 5, but the product is equals to negative 24. Which numbers are those? Which numbers are those? That must be a 3 and 8, right? So that 3 times 8 will give us 24, but we need to know what to assign so that if we add them, we are going to get 5. So we are going to assign this a negative, so that 8 plus negative 3 is going to give us that. Then once you have gotten that, we are going to say this is x squared minus 5x plus 8x minus 24. Then we shall group these two together: minus 3x plus 8x minus 2. Okay, so we shall group this together and we will factor out what's common. So we shall factor x out, we remain with x minus 3. And then we factor 8 out here, so we shall say 8 into x minus 3. Then finally, our factorized form will be x plus 8 into x minus 3 as final answer for that case. So once you have done that, I've told you the next question was in Roman 2 was to solve x squared plus 5x minus 24 is equals to 0. So you see, whatever we factorize is exactly the equation they are formed. So meaning this one you take it down and you shall say this expression is the same as x minus x plus 8, x minus 3 is equals to 0. So x plus 8 will be equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equals to, then this will go on the other side. X is going to be 8 and x is going to be 3 on the other side. Yeah. So once we have identified that, let's check what was also the third part. That is part C, which question was tested there. And the topic, I'm going to say that this is 3y plus 5 greater than 7y minus 10. You are supposed to solve this. This is what you are supposed to solve. And we're going to say solving the inequality, we're going to treat it as an equal sign, and then we shall put the like terms together. This goes here, this goes on the other side. So we can say 3y minus 7y is equals to is greater than minus 10 minus 5. Subtracting here, we are going to get negative 4y is greater than negative what? 15. Divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. So anytime you divide the negative, you are going to, the sign is going to change. So it will be y is less than positive 15 over 4, and we shall leave our answer. So that is the question, the second question in algebra that was there. The next question was testing on standard form. There was also similar triangles. We have drawing graphs, probability, and then we have question number 15. I think this was also part of algebra, which I would like to show you which question they asked there. So go to that question. Yeah, in this question, we were given, that is basically question 15. We were given 3x into 2x minus 1, 5x, then this is 5x plus 4. And then we were supposed to write it in the form ax cubed plus 4b squared plus cx, where a, b, and c are integers. So we are supposed to write this in the form. Write this in the form. Of course, this is going to be 6x squared minus 3x, 5x plus 4x. So in order to expand this and get the answer, we are going to multiply this to this and this to this term. So this is going to be 30x cubed, and multiplying this to this one is going to be plus 24x squared. Multiplying this to this one, we're going to get minus 15 x squared, and multiplying this to this, we're going to get, so we end up having 30x squared plus this minus this is going to be what? 9x squared. Now this is x cubed, and this 9x squared, right? And then minus 12x, and that's what we were supposed to work out. So also we have a question, that another question that's featured there. Thirds was also featuring in this. Thirds was featuring this. So, and the question for SADS, it was saying that A, express square root of 600 and what? 675, supposed to write in the form n root 27. So we know that square root of 2675 square root of 675 can be written as square root of 25 times 27. Okay, so which will mean that square root of 25 is going to be 5. So we shall have 5 root 27. We can leave it that. Yeah? And the second part of this question, the second part of this question of stats was to rationalize the denominator. And the question that was provided was 5 minus root 2 divided by root 2 minus 1. And then you are supposed to write it in the form a plus b root 2. You are supposed to write it in this particular form where a and b are integers. Of course, to rationalize this, we're going to say 5 minus root 2 over root 2 minus 1 times conjugate of this is going to be root 2 plus 1 times root 2 plus 1. So expanding this, we are going to have 5 minus root 2 multiplied to root 2 plus 1. And this one is going to be root 2 minus 1 multiplied to root 2 plus 1. So if you multiply root 5 times, you multiply 5 times root 2, you are going to get 5. You multiply 5 times 1, you are going to get plus 5. Root 2 times root 2, you are going to get root 4, which is 2. Root 2 times 1, negative. Of course, this one is going to be minus. Minus and a positive, minus and positive here will be minus root 2. But this one is going to reduce to 2 minus 1. And this is going to translate to 4. Of course, this is root 5 root, say 2 minus 1 root 2 before root 2 plus 3 over 1. So finally, it's going to be what? It's going to be 3 plus 4 root 2 as the final answer that we were supposed to have at this point. So those are the questions to do with algebra that are featured in that particular paper. So next time, we are going to also look at how to work out questions to do the other topics. So the last question on algebra that started in that exam was, you were given, that's basically question number 5, huh? Question number 25. And question 25 was given, question 25 was given a function f such that f of x is equals to what? Is equals to 2x squared minus 24x plus 7. This was the equation that was given the function, whereby you are told that x is greater than or equal to 6. You are given that. And then you are supposed to find the inverse of this function. You are told to find the inverse of this function. So remember, for us to find the inverse of this function, we are going to say let y be equal to 2x squared minus 24x plus 7, like that. That's the first thing. Then once you have done that, we can decide here, complete the square, and then we can say this is y is equals to 2. We complete the square first, and then this is going to be x squared minus, we are going to group this and then factor 2 out, minus 12x, then plus 7. So this is going to be y is equals to 2 into bracket. We complete the square for this. It will be x minus half of this number is going to be 6. We square that, so we subtract 6 squared, then plus 7. Now, this becomes y is equals to what? Become y equals to 2 into bracket x minus 6 squared. This is 36. 36 times 2 becomes 72, then plus 7. So if we are having this minus 72 plus 7 will give us what? Will give us negative 65. Okay, so this is going to be y is equals to 2 into x minus 6 squared minus 65 x and y. Switching x and y, we are going to have x is equals to 2 into y minus 6 squared minus 65. Then we are going to make x the subject of the formula. So this is going to be what? This is going to be 2 into y minus 6 squared minus 65 is equals to x. We take x on the other side. We take 65 on the other side. So we have 2y minus 6 is equals to x plus 65. This is squared. Then we divide by 2. We 2. This cancels out. We shall have y minus 6 squared is equals to square root of squared. Then we find square root both sides. This is x plus 65 over 2. Then this becomes plus and what? Plus or minus. So we shall have y minus 6 is equals to plus or minus square root of x plus 65 divided by 2. But with this, we are going to take this on the other side. We shall have y equals to 6 plus or minus square root of x plus 65 over 2. Whatever we have here is called the domain. The domain of the function becomes the range of the inverse function. So our range of the inverse is going to be y is greater than or equal to 6. So which will mean that we cannot have two signs whenever you are finding the inverse. So because a function must be one-to-one function for you for it to have an inverse function. So this is going to be y is going to be 6 plus, because it's y greater than 6. So we're going to take a positive sign, square root of x plus 65 over 2. So basically, f inverse of x is going to be 6 plus square root of x plus 65 over 2. And the range for that inverse is going to be this one. So see you in the next video, whereby I'm going to take you through other questions that are featured and from which topic really they featured. See you in the next video.